What's up, folks? Welcome back. It's week 13, and hopefully I sound cool and everything is looking straight on my end. If y'all can let me know if the audio is good and everything is straight, let me know in the chat. But today gonna be good, man, and I got a lot. So what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna start with the show topic instead of putting it at the end because the show topic is pretty heavy. Okay, thank you very much for letting me know the audio and video is good. The show topic is heavy, and this is all real life stuff that I'm gonna share, that I'm gonna show you on video. And I figured I'd do that first and then just do my other fun stuff after. So if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Goldie DeWitt, and you are live, if you catching it live, with the One Down podcast. And One Down was started in October 29th, 1996. So that makes, it's going on 30 years this October. It'll be 30 years ago, I was sitting in my bedroom when I decided to make some life changes 30 years ago. And I could still remember that night real easy. Clearly, I can remember it. But hope everybody doing good out there. And if you're not, hey, you're just going to have to chin up, chest out, and do better. That's the only thing you can do. Because I'd say pretty much a whole lot of everybody, we, people going through a little bit of something, whatever it is, ain't nobody exempt. So if you're going through something, just join the club. That's right. What up, Keith, Miles, Doodoo? Thank y'all for logging in, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a good one. So today, I be forgetting what the topic, what I named the topic. The topic is, did I do steroids? Did I do steroids? The reason I'm bringing this up, and I want to talk about this in this totalness, because this is not about me. The title points at me, but the subject at hand, it's not about me. It's about it's about men, people, a lot of people out there. It's about you, if you are doing steroids, or if you are thinking about doing steroids, if you're thinking about it, and if you know somebody that's thinking about it because they talk to you about it, send them this. Send them this. You, by sending this to them, could have the impact on their life of possibly saving their life. If you are contemplating doing steroids, by you watching this could have a positive, this could potentially have an effect on you to save your life. Now, let me put my disclaimer out there. For anybody, you or somebody you know that you love, if they're doing steroids, I'm not here to bash you or anybody doing steroids. I'm not even here to bash steroids. So don't get this twisted, because yes, I know a ton of people and friends that are doing steroids. So if you, my friend, don't get in your feelings thinking I'm talking about you. I'm not at all. All I can say is keep on doing what you're doing, live your life. So understand, I'm telling you again, you don't need to act funny style if you think I'm pointing at you. I care about you, but I'm not here to dog nobody out. This has everything to do with my life story, my travels, and one day you'll speak on yours. Um, so growing up, growing up as a man, as a boy, as a male growing up, you know, we're kind of convinced to think that, being big is where it's at. Having muscles is where it's at. It just comes with the territory of being young. Even as a man, not just a kid, even as a man, you think having the biggest tallywhacker is what it takes to get a woman, to keep a woman. You think that. You think every single woman wants a big monster tallywhacker. You think that's what's needed. I said that just as in comparison, muscles, a big tallywhacker, just men thinking that's what's needed to, as a perk to get a woman's attention or even to keep a woman. Now, for me, I'm blessed to have a mom that was a good looking woman. And I'm blessed to have a dad that's a good looking dad. Because typically, you know what you get? When you got a good looking woman and a good looking man, typically, when they have a kid, that kid ain't good looking. Only those who know will agree with me. But when you have a cool looking, maybe dad, and the mom is busted, the kid gonna come, the girl, if it's a girl, it's gonna be a good looking kid. One of them got to be busted for the kid to come out looking attractive. It usually happens like that. Rarely do you have a situation where two good looking parents put out a good looking kid. Now, if you feel you're the exception, then be the exception. Because like I'm saying, I'm blessed to have kid come out looking, not busted. Because my dad was a very good looking man and my mom was a very attractive woman. So I say that because growing up, I never had problems getting a chick. Never had problems getting a chick. I would say that, I was a good looking dude. I wasn't flirty like with a lot of game, but I got a lot of chicks. When I look at videos of myself, I see myself being more like bashful, kind of shy. So I really don't know exactly what it was that attracted chicks to me because I was not, I didn't chase coochie. That's something my mama taught me. So I didn't chase coochie. So I say that because it'll make sense. And as I continue to grow and develop, I'm involved with sports, football. I played 4 years of football. 1 year I wrestled. After that, semi-pro football. My boy Doodoo, he's on here. Keith, he plays semi-pro football with me. He's in the chat. And with all this is how you get groomed growing up. You're going through stuff. You're experiencing life, And then I met somebody who became my best friend, my crimey and my best friend. And now this dude, he stood about 6'3", I think maybe 6'4". Always had a good size to him, always. And he played football. And during that time, he played college ball, and he was a banger. I think he played either strong safety, sometime outside linebacker. Not heavy, just really agile. Just kept some bulk, kept looked like a strong safety, outside linebacker. And we became really, really, really tight. So to this day, he was my best friend. We was together all the time. And so him being bigger than me, it put me in a position to where, I wanted to be bigger. I couldn't grow taller because I'm 5'11". I couldn't grow taller. So I found myself just wanting to put on weight. Because again, if you see my old videos, I was a slim dude coming out of high school, about 179, 180. And then being around him, he was working out, and it kind of came out later, but he never said nothing to me about it. Never told me, we never spoken out of all the years. We was best of friends, living together, everything, but he never, ever, ever, ever spoke on any type of steroids. But he was playing football at a competitive level with college, and he had size on him. And your typical white, your typical, because his mom is white, his dad is black. Anybody know me, you already know what I'm talking about. Just don't need to drop no names. But so with that mix, you're not gonna get a swole dude who cuts up. You ain't gonna get that. If you that exception, so be it. But typically you're not. So he kept a bulky size on him, but he wasn't gonna cut up. So I just started to eat. I'm eating and we kicking it and going throughout life, and I'm putting on some size, but I'm not looking fat, just more thick. And then I let my hair grow. We let our hair grow long. We let our hair grow. So we used to wear like two big ponytails coming down or in the back. And then immediately everybody thought I was Polynesian. My whole look changed. People thought I was Polynesian. I go places. I didn't even know what it meant. What's up, Oos? I didn't even know what that meant at the time. I couldn't even catch what they were saying. It never made sense to me. And then later somebody told me. And that, so when I gained weight, the max I went up to was about 250. And that's when I realized, when I went to tie my shoes and shit, I was like, whew, shit, And that was gaining weight from eating Jack in the Box, double cheeseburgers, and just garbage. Then I lost, and then I went on losing weight. Okay. And then when I lost weight, I decided to contact a family member. And back in the day, Fin, it's illegal now. Fin just cut your appetite out. And I dropped weight all the way down. What's happening, y'all? Thank y'all for being in the chat. So I dropped weight and I went down to like 180. Okay. Back to 180. Now, I hope I'm not mixing y'all up. I'm just giving you some stories of my ups and downs with the weight. But it was me really dictating what I was doing. Now, fast forward somewhere around, I'm super fast forwarding, around 2006. Around 2006. I started one down in 1996. Okay. And so around 2006, 5-ish, I met this guy named Sam Bakiar, something like that. He's an Iranian, Middle Eastern dude. And he's a professional bodybuilder. So he said, because he used to come to my bar in Chino Hills and party. And so he said, hey, man, if you want to come to my gym, you can come to my gym and work out. I was like, all right, oh, man, thank you. And I knew he was a professional bodybuilder. I ain't never met a professional bodybuilder. And I used to hook him up at my bar. So I think, he was just offering me to come to his gym for free to work out. So I took him up on that. Then he said, hey, if you want to train with me, you can train with me for free, because he charges people. He said, you can train with me for free when I work out. I work out at 4 a.m. I was like, God dang. And so I ain't going to turn it down. There's some things in life when some people offer you something, you can't turn it down. So I took him up on his offer. Now I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym at 4 in the morning. If I walk in there at 4:01, he had already started. Okay. So I walk in there a couple of minutes early. By the time I set my stuff down, 4 a.m., boom, we working out. We work out for 1 hour only, max 1 hour. When that clock hits 5 a.m., we done. This is when I learned the science of truly working out in the gym. A lot of people just don't know, just young, you work out every muscle every day. No, it's one muscle per week. That's it. That's it. Just one muscle per week. And I worked out with him Monday through Friday, and Saturday was a bonus day. And it was hardcore working out. I saw my body starting to show the effects of working out with him. Then he already knew it, but it seemed like my body hit a little plateau. And I knew at some point, because he was a bodybuilder, he was going to, hit me up about steroids. So for me, I've never had interest in steroids because I simply looked at them as drugs. And because I looked at it as drugs, it was a no, because I didn't grow up smoking no cigarettes, smoking no weed, or drinking no beer or alcohol. I looked at all of that as drug related. And that's something that I just boycotted, because when I was 8, my dad passed away from a drug related situation. So that made me hate drugs. And I looked at steroids as drugs. So when he hit me up about steroids, I was like, nah, man. I said, I'm cool. He said, well, listen, he said, your body pretty much has hit a plateau on what your body can naturally offer you in your development. He said, to get more out of it beyond that, he said, you could take something. You'll see way more development. Your recovery time will be a snap back. You'll get stronger. You'll live more. And he said, you know what? Testosterone. He said, testosterone, no matter what he was saying, I was like, blah, 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 get out of here with all that. He said, testosterone, it's naturally already in your body. And so when he said that, I was like, I said, so it's naturally already in me. He said, yeah, it's already in you. And what it is as you get older, as a man gets into his 30s, his testosterone levels start to drop. And he said that could affect your strength, your recovery time, your endurance. He said your libido, your sex drive, your erection, everything. And so I was just like, okay, well, what's the deal with it? He said, oh, man, it's simple, man. He said, I'll send you down there to my doctor. They'll take your blood work. He'll show you your testosterone levels. And you'll see that your stuff is more than likely not where it should be. Not saying it's going to be low, but just, you'll see that you could use a little bit more testosterone. So the way he put it all together, and now referring me to his doctor, he said, where the bodybuilders go. And so I'm feeling like, oh, this is privilege, So I went down there. And when I saw the doctor, did some blood work, and got my blood work back. And then I think I went back down there. And then that's when they tell you, what type of your levels are with your testosterone. And then boom, they have a program that's already in effect on what they know they're going to do. And so, then the testosterone conversation. And so told me what's recommended, the testosterone. Wrote me a prescription. Then told me once I get the prescription, I can come back to get my first shot. And so I did that. I went, got my prescription. And I remember the person who at the pharmacist or whatever, it was an Asian dude. He was like mad. He's like, "Oh, why do you have this prescription?" Or something like that. In my head, I'm like, fuck off, but he wasn't happy because he could tell that it was not for probably its most respected proper use. So I go back to the doctor, and they give me this they put this big ass wide syringe, because I guess the testosterone was thick. Stick it in your butt, bam, take the testosterone, and then I leave. And then they tell me that I can keep it there and come back, and they'll give me my shots. So I was like, yep, I'll keep it there. So I left it there, went home, and I would say within my third or fourth day working out, I remember Sam saying, you should probably feel it. He said, you should feel it. He said, a little difference in your recovery. He said, I don't know if it was a week. I don't want to sound like I'm way off, but it felt like it kicked in pretty quick. So if anybody who's familiar with this, if the kickoff time is fairly quick, about a week, that's what it felt like, if I remember. And so what I remember feeling is, visually seeing that I'm lifting more, and my recovery time of feeling sore was quicker. My recovery time was quicker. Now, and then also I experienced, now we're talking going into some weeks now, maybe a couple of months. Then I experienced fairly quickly what I used to experience when I was like fucking in the 6th grade, 10 years old, at 5th grade. You sitting down in class as a kid, and the teacher walk in, or a teacher, anything, a lady, or something perverted as a kid with no control. Your tallywhacker says boing. As a kid, you have no control. As a man, you don't have control, but it ain't like that, like you used to be when you was little. That's what I was feeling when I was on testosterone. Bam. Just the wind can blow. Bam. Like it's that exaggerated. So that was part of it. Now, he said 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Cordell. I know you know. Right on, man. Thank you. And so, boom, now back to the gym. I'm lifting. I'm getting stronger. I'm seeing results in the mirror. I'm seeing the results of me buying my clothes. So when things got into the groove with working out with Sam while I'm on testosterone, my weight, I was right at 218. That's my number. That's where I was at. I was 5'11", 218. And we're not talking fatty tissue. We're talking muscle. I am the type of person, where I grew up coming out of LA, when I saw swole brothers back then, they didn't wear tight ass shirts. They wore kind of like an oversized t-shirt. And you could just tell, like, I'm motherfucker on swole right there, So that's what I grew up. I wasn't into tight stuff. So I would wear like an oversized t-shirt, oversized long sleeve shirt. So throughout that time, I really camouflaged my physique, but people who know the look of when somebody has a relationship with the gym, they knew. And when you got a good body, you can see it pretty much through what you wearing, So I'm working out now I'm gonna go into what I didn't like. I didn't like people treating me different. I didn't like people. Hey, what's up, big guy? How you doing, big guy? Oh, what's up, man? Hey, you in the UFC? Hey, you box? A whole bunch of that stuff. And it's just, I didn't dig it. Personally, I didn't dig it. I didn't like seeing how people submit to somebody because they feel that this person is just bigger than them. That wasn't me. I didn't grow up like that. It just happened, you know, and it wasn't something that I was looking for. I already knew what it was like growing up, having good hair, getting attention from, you know, having good hair. That's one thing. And just being good looking, you know, holding myself right. I already knew what attention was. That was a different type of attention that I did not like. My assumption is it's kind of like the girl who all of a sudden get the big BBL. She looking for that attention. It's a whole different attention that she was seeking from that. I was doing it to experience what it's like to put some size on. I already knew what attention was. So I found myself, you know, telling myself, if I keep doing this, I'm going to go to the next step. The next step is whatever other steroid that's involved. Because when I get involved with something, I go in pretty deep, you know, and if I don't fuck with something, I don't fuck with it at all. But I knew that my soul, my spirit was fighting against it because it was a drug and it was a steroid. It was beyond just something natural that's injected into my body that I already put out. My spirit wasn't sitting well with it. So I decided to just cold turkey stop on my own free will, just stop. And what happens is, I'll back up a little bit. When you're on tests, you take it and it's like a recharge. You feel good. You know, bam, 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 hit the weights. You feel good. You see your size coming on. And then when the test starts to drop, you can feel it in you. You feel that test dropping. And when the test is done, like before you get your next shot, when it bottoms out, man, you could have 2 or 3 of the baddest bitches in the world butt naked at your right there. And your tallywhacker is like, not having it. Nothing's going on, buddy. It ain't gonna work. Nothing. But once you get shot back up, boom, pop. And I saw that was just having too much control over me. And so when you put something in your body that your body naturally produces, your body says, yo, body, we don't got to make this shit no more. It's coming in free. Stop production of it naturally. We getting it free. So your body stops producing testosterone at the levels of where it should be producing it because it's an artificial testosterone that's coming in. So I just quit. The total time frame of me doing tests, it was a few months, but I was working out hard, eating extremely clean, and everything changed. The whole outlook of how people looked at me completely changed. So I decided to stop. And when I stopped, I felt my body going through the change because now I had to go through that withdrawal system of my body had been not producing testosterone as much because I was getting it in free. So when I stopped, my body like plummeted, you know, but I just worked my way through it with, you know, the no sex drive and feeling tired and sluggish. And so what do you got to do? You got to just get back into the gym and work out, you know, and build your testosterone back up. And so what I did was I found myself losing muscle, but to compensate for it, I found myself just eating, try to just keep some weight on. And it was kind of like I was mind tricking myself. So now through that was 2006 ish. So going into 10, 2012 and 13 and stuff like that, I'm putting weight on, keeping weight, but the muscle mass is dropping, even for me kind of looking cut, of course. Now, then I just kind of put on like a thicker weight of just looking thicker and brawly kind of. So I say all that because now 2020, we're in 2026. So in July of 2024, that's when I changed my life. That's when I completely changed my life forever, of telling myself I'm going to eat clean and exercise religiously for the rest of my life. I did it because I'm seeing too many people die, seeing too many people sick, seeing too many people die. And I made a promise that I'm going to eat fruits, vegetables, spring water, chicken, and fish. And that's what I've been doing. Then I had this other person tell me, hey, you look good for your age, man. But, I got a buddy, but a little older than you. They take this TRT, this testosterone replacement therapy. And I was like, what the fuck is that? He said, oh, man, him and his wife, they go and they just cut this little slit in them and they put the testosterone pellets in them and shoot, they good to go for a few months. And I was just like, I said, okay, well, I said, I have been working out and, I lost some weight and I've been averaging about 196, 197 in pounds. And, I could put on a little muscle with some, because I'm familiar with testosterone. I kicked it around for about a week, did a bunch of research. And then I went to the place. You got to send them 200. I'm sure there's so many different situations, but I'm just telling you mine. Sent them $250 deposit. I get there, and then you have an hour consultation, and then you pay them the other $500 to sit down. Now, this is when I get a little angry in front of this little bitch who don't look like a doctor. And all they doing is just pushing testosterone because it is popping right now. Popping. Testosterone is popping off everywhere. So my spirit again is like, nope, not feeling comfortable. This ain't you, man. Let this shit go. So I sit down in front of the lady, fill out this questionnaire. Before I got there, I had did my blood work. So when I got there, I was there to discuss my blood work. She says, well, your levels, they're not horrible, but they're a little low and you can afford to, get some testosterone in you. And so, let's just say this is low. I might be here and testosterone to get you here, Now, the pellets get cut in. You could do some cream. That's really not that effective. Or you can do the shots with the syringe and shoot it into your system. The pellets, you probably won't get exactly the correct dosage for the duration of the time that it's supposed to claim it lasts. It could end quicker than that based on how active you are. I know y'all gonna correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm a little bit in the right zone right there. The injection is, more direct to it. The cream it can get rubbed off and I got to make sure it don't get on nobody else and stuff like that. So I said, okay, well, I'll just do the syringe. And so they write up your prescription. And then she tells me, about taking testosterone. And then you want an estrogen blocker so you don't get bitch tit. And that's another prescription. And then that has side effects. The testosterone itself, it's a synthetic form of testosterone. It's not real testosterone extracted from somebody else and put into your body from a human. It is man-made testosterone. So even what I was taking 20 years ago, that was a synthetic form of testosterone. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like real testosterone for some reason because I wasn't educated. So now I'm knowing more. So this is a synthetic form of testosterone. You shoot it into your body, okay? And stuff that she had to say, she didn't have to say it. She said it in trying to slide it by me. That, because I think I asked her, and she was like, "Oh, well, testosterone, it has its way of speeding stuff up." Okay. And as a man taking testosterone, you can promote the acceleration of prostate cancer. You can promote the acceleration of prostate cancer. That's a side effect. A side effect is you can get prostate cancer. Okay. That wasn't a selling point for me. Then she said, make sure you go drain your blood. I was like, huh? She said, oh yeah. Just like what'd she say? Blood bank. I can't think of when people go get their blood drawn out. They give blood donation. So she telling me that I need to go once, maybe twice a year and drain my blood. And I was like, huh. She said, well, people kind of call it, they say that your blood gets thicker, but it's not actually making your blood thicker. If I remember this, y'all, you can correct me. She said, your body is just producing more red blood cells. So it's just like more water in that water hose going through now. So it's thicker, tighter, more pressure in there. And if you don't get your blood drained, then, there's side effects of that. Cardiovascular, heart disease, and a heart attack and stroke and stuff like that. I'm like, bitch, fuck this shit. Hell no. I didn't say that to her. I'm just sitting there like, but inside of my head, I'm like, fuck this. So I said, oh, okay. She said, yeah, so it's just really important that you, just make it a regular thing. Make it a regular thing. Get your blood, drawn and donate blood to the blood bank. And so I left. I went to pick up my prescription. It was I don't know if I got 4 bottles of testosterone to last me for however long. I'm not sure. A bunch of syringes and all that. And I'm not sure if my insurance covered it or they couldn't get in touch with my insurance. But the last time my insurance covered it. But this time, I think she said my insurance, they couldn't get in touch with them. So I was like, oh, I ain't tripping. How much is it? I think she said it was like $100. So I gave him $100. And because I think when my insurance covered it years ago, I don't know if it was like $9 or some shit. So I get all this stuff. I go home. And then I'm just looking at this shit. And I'm just like, okay, so if I start doing this now at 50, so right now I'm 50, I'm 53 right now. So last year, 52. So yeah, so I was 52. And I said, if I do this now, is this what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life? Every week, giving myself a shot. In, my 60s and 70s. And then when I stop, or do I stop or I just keep going? Or when I stop later in life, am I just fucking drained out, or am I too fucking, or am I too gung-ho on this shit to even stop? And I said, now I'm just counteracting everything of why I decided to change my life, because I want to live longer. This is going to cut my life short. It has the potential to cut my life short. I'm correcting myself because there's people out there who are very pro-steroid, and I don't want to offend y'all. So it has the potential to cut my life short when I'm doing everything I can to promote a healthy living for myself. with a longer lifespan. So I just said, fuck this, man. I just got the shit. I threw it all in the trash. I said, I'd rather pay that $500 as a loss to give me a better, you know, quality of living with some education than be part of, you know, everything that's going on today. You know, like I'm doing now, I want to be able to tell my story to y'all. I don't want nobody to tell my story. I want to tell my story, and I'm going to tell your story, because my plan is to be here as long as I can. And as long as I'm here, I'm in a position to tell your story. So I told myself, fuck it. I threw it all away. And this is a story that I wanted to say because I know there's people out there who need to hear this. And if you are about to do testosterone, peptides, whatever this stuff is, just know that it ain't no shortcuts to better health. If you have, and I'm glad I just thought of this, if you are somebody who suffers from a testosterone deficiency, suffering from it, where your levels are probably 60 or 90, low testosterone, when workable testosterone, you can be in the 300s, okay? Doing cool 5, taking TRT that puts you up to like the 9s and the 1100s, okay? So now if you're somebody who's suffering with a 60 and a 90 testosterone, hey, you got to do what you got to do, you know? But just know that taking testosterone as a man is not a fucking quick fix for you to just look good. It has backlashes. It has backlashes that directly affect your life. Your life. You can end up with prostate cancer, cardiovascular disease, heart disease, a heart attack, stroke, and a bunch of other things. So I just want y'all to hear this from me. So my tour, journey, adventure with it, it was a few months back in 05 or 6-ish. That's when I did it for a few months. I'm so glad that I just stopped. I'm so glad I stopped, you know, to be sitting right here 20 years later on Swole, knowing I'm cutting life from me as I get older. No, it ain't worth it. For me, it ain't worth it. So, my boy, Cordell, who's in the chat, first time I seen that dude in Vegas, I was like, this motherfucker on Swole. And so just my assumption, I don't know. But now I don't guess no more, because I just know that motherfuckers ain't naturally born swole, you know? No. Now, there are some people who are born with some extra levels of testosterone in situations like that. And when we young, we're like, God damn, that little buff ass nigga right there, you know, motherfucker 12, you know? But, so I would assume, and I don't even know if Cordell, you know, would even say it, if he was messing around back then. But to my assumption now, to look the way he did, my assumption is yes, you know. But testosterone, for a lot of people out there who are catching these little commercials and Instagram fucking ads, making it look like it's fucking as easy as taking vitamin fucking C. No, don't fall for it. Please don't. That shit is all bad. And you got these companies making very cheap synthetic shit. And on the top of it, it's synthetic. It ain't good for your body. Just Just unless you have a deficiency, in the worst case, so be it. Just know I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people. Nothing ain't wrong with their ass. They just think they want to do that shit to get some muscles, to get some pussy. Now that's the part I'm talking about. The average chick, she'll tell you, she don't like big muscle motherfuckers. The average chick says that. And then when I brought up big dicks, the average chick will say, I don't like a big dick. We got men chasing this shit that we think chicks like and just stressing yourself out. So I hope all that made sense. And I hope that it's able to save somebody. And Cordell just said it. He said, I was juiced up. Thank you, man. I knew you to keep it real. Thank you, bro. Thank you for speaking on that. But it ain't, yeah, even Sale said it. He said, there's no cheat code. And I'm just letting y'all know, there is no cheat code. The spirits will chastise you. There is no cutting the line. Just eat healthy, eat at home, eat clean, and exercise. Don't even think about working out. Just exercise. Just some cardio. You want to get your blood flowing, okay? Your heart, lungs, and all that, that's a system. Your blood has to go through there. And when it goes through there, it washes, it cleans it and stuff like that. When you just a big, fat, lazy, no good, trifling motherfucker sitting around eating, it's like a big fucking mobile home sitting in your driveway for years and the oil just sitting there getting thick and cloggy and fucking rotting out. That's what's going on. So you want to treat yourself as that Honda Civic that go to work back and forth every day, get the oil changed and running healthy. So the dude who I started to work out with, now I'm done with the intro and I'm going to just fill some stuff in now, but still related to it. The dude who I was working out with, his name was Sam. Okay. Now, when I started working out with Sam, he was part owner of a gym, but Sam wasn't balling. In just a few short years, Sam started balling out of control. Super duper balling. I'm talking, if y'all know names like Beyond Big Meech, balling bigger, like mega balling. And we was still friends, and a good friend, and remain friends and always been friends. And, I appreciate him sharing with me, teaching me how to work out, and proud of his accomplishments. And I'll share that with you. And so here's Sam right here, and put it there. And, oh shit. There we go. Right there. There we go. Add to screen. So his name was Sam. Okay, now, right there, that's me, of course, and there is Sam. That's Sam in the glasses and the black. The brother right here in the white on the left side of your screen, that's James. So this was a night that I took everybody out and we went to the strip club. That's Sam right there during this competition days. And he was on the shorter side. Motherfucker was swole. And that's me. I didn't take a lot of pictures, when I was working out with Sam, but you can see it in my neck, you can see it in my traps, and like I said, this was just a few months of me working out with Sam. And I just told myself, if I keep going, I'm going to enter a zone with this stuff that I'm not going to be able to turn back from. But again, like I said, I did not personally like the response that people was giving me. 99% of people would have loved it, but I just didn't dig it. Because I wasn't looking for that type of attention. That's Sam right there. So this is me at Sam. So Sam, he bought that house right there. And then next door, he bought another house and he connected them, if I remember, something like that. That's my van. That's Sam's. He had called me and told me he was getting a little Sportster and wanted me to fix it up. So he brought it to my shop. I think this was October of like 2020, October of 2020, I think. And then after this picture, there's some video footage. And the video footage will show Sam riding it up his driveway. And then all you got to do is look in his garage and you'll see just a fucking baller's fucking car dealership of some of his stuff. So I was really proud of him at what he had did. Put your back heel gonna touch this right here. There it is.
Oh, got it.
Yep. And swing it all the way out. Make sure it's all the way out and locked out.
You want to move it this?
Huh?
You want to move it?
Where would it produce at?
Maybe back.
Huh?
Maybe back.
Where?
Another bicycle back.
Backyard?
Yeah, the kitchen.
Show me. Hold on, let me.
What kind of speed those things got right there?
Bro, bro, get on that shit right now.
So now this is a video that Sam put together. And who is Sam? Bakatar.
I can't believe this is my life today. I finally have everything that I've dreamed of. The houses, the cars, and all the luxuries that come with being a multimillionaire. But it wasn't always like this. You see, I was born in Tehran, Iran. My father left us when I was 3 and I never saw him again. In the old country, we got bombed on for nearly 8 years by Saddam Hussein. We then decided to move to the United States with 1 luggage and $500. We live in the projects. We got food stamps. Life has taught me some hard lessons that have humbled me, such as bankruptcy, getting arrested, getting divorced, having my house foreclosed on. But somehow God always had my back. Now my mission is to help and inspire others to live the American dream. If I can do it against all odds, so can you.
So that was Sam. And now, just a couple of months after that video, this is Sam. That's me with the orange and black on. And this is at Sam's funeral. And this was devastating. Out of the blue. Boom. Came out of the blue from nowhere. Sam died. Got 2 little girls. And was more on the recently side of getting married. And yeah, this blew me away. You know, real good dude. And at the peak of just balling coming up from his gyms that he was opening up, franchising out and doing speaking seminars and all kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so this is at his funeral. He was 47 years old when he passed away. And so right here, Sam, the Iranian-American fitness entrepreneur and co-founder of the Camp Transformation Center, passed away on December 23rd, 2020 at the age of 47. His death was attributed to complications from COVID-19. Some reports also noted that he had been experiencing heart issues. So this is part of a whole lot of stuff that I have experienced that go through my head. People that I have met, people that I know currently have known, that I'm blessed to experience these situations, to learn from them. You know, I want to be here for a long time, you know, and there's no way that that man, you know, predicted death was a couple of steps from him, you know, just doing so well in life. From what we are trained, that's well from the financial standpoint of luxury. And this is where I have come to learn that it's not. Success is in your longevity in life, in my opinion. That's successful, you know, and him passing at 47 with all that, you know, I continue to take my life where it's at. And even if I have to have less and continue to live longer, that's where success is at for me, you know. And there's too many people that's, you know, just trying to ball out too hard, even with they health and steroids and just goofy shit, and dying early. Sam was trying to do everything he could to be successful, but the time that he spent, I'm assuming, compromising his health with steroids throughout the years as a bodybuilder, put him in a position to where he wasn't strong enough to come through that COVID. And it was heartbreaking to hear that he had passed away. So for anybody that knows Sam, you know, we all got love for Sam. And I just wanted to share this with y'all so this all come together on why, you know, I'm speaking on this regarding steroids and how you take care of your body. Now, I'm going to hit y'all with something else right now. And this is, you know, the real. For those who know or know anything about this dude name is Kali Muscle. Swole as a motherfucker. That's him. Came out the pen. He was so big that people thought he's a bodybuilder, so he got into bodybuilding. And bam.
January 17th, I had another heart attack. Not at home, not asleep, at the gym.
60. So 45. Hold up. Oh.
The place where everyone thinks of health, right? I went to full cardiac arrest. I hit my head hard. I didn't walk out. I woke up later with one stent in. That one stent that I had before from a Widowmaker, and I had 2 additional ones and a defibrillator put in. This isn't a flex. This isn't a sob story. This is a warning from someone who loves training. I trained hard for years. I pushed the limits, and I'm telling you right now, if you think more drug, more steroids, more intensity mean a better quality of life, then you're mistaken, because I thought the same thing. Muscles don't mean immortality. A strong body that doesn't cancel bad choices, and your heart keeps scores quietly. Fast forward to January 17th, I had already worked out in the morning, which I could show you guys some clips. And Big Boy told me he was going to work out at Cerritos gym. I'm like, oh, I'm in. I don't have nothing to do today. My wife taking care of the kids or whatever. So I went to Cerritos. Now, before I went to the gym, I banged my finger. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. So I smashed my finger in the door. So that was really a sign that something was off. I've never did that in my life. And so when I did it, I'm like, man, I shouldn't even go to the gym. This go mess me up mentally. And so I went against my thoughts and I went anyway. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, I don't remember getting to the gym, nothing. It's like, I don't know if when I hit my head, I forgot my memory left or what, but I got footage, which I'm gonna show you guys now.
Yup. What was that? What was that, Kelly?
How many you get?
What was that? 60. So 45. Oh,
Shit.
And as you see, I did 65 straight push-ups, got out, and that heart must have went crazy. Because I went forward, then, as I was going back, I tried to grab my boy AJ, and I hit my head. I was told I started snoring.
call 911. Get your phone.
And then EMT that was in the gym working out came and did CPR, and shout out to him, man. Much love. I can't wait to meet him as well. He saved my life. So bam. So hit my head. EMT, he shocked me, do CPR till the ambulance come. And I'm unconscious, guys. And so I come to find out I was in a coma, induced coma 3 days. My family didn't know if I was gonna make it, and memory, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know why I was in the hospital, nothing. And all this had to be told to me from my wife and Big Boy. And so yeah, I stayed in the hospital for a week, 7 days, and today is my second day out. I had to do this video to let you guys know that this is serious business, man. Your health, just think, I got 5-year-old twins, 6 now. They just turned 6 on Christmas. 6-year-old twins, they would have been fatherless. My wife would have been a widow. It's just all because of my past mistakes, with eating wrong, then bodybuilding, doing steroids, and all this nonsense, bro, to be honest. When you look at, and I hate to say this, but when you look at competitive bodybuilding, well, we could count in 20 years, 10 dudes who made real money. It don't make sense. I can understand you want to be fit and in shape. You could do that naturally. I was super jacked at 34, never touched nothing in my life. Didn't even drink pre-workout. So it's possible. You don't have to take steroids to look phenomenal. You just have to dial in your nutrition and optimize your training. And you can't just think you got to get with elite people that have done it. So if you're watching this, slow down, get checked, train smarter. I want you here longer, man. Your family wants you here longer. And I want you to learn this lesson without almost dying.
Whew. That's as real as you can get it from somebody who could be dead right now. I ain't gonna say probably should, but could be dead. This is his second overtime in life, and so I hope you can see where from the beginning of my show, talking about me, then speaking on Sam, Kali Muscle, how all this kind of comes together. This is nothing to play with. That I see a bunch of cats out there playing with these steroids, and again, his level, you talking all type. There's scientific names of these steroids that these cats be taking. You have no idea. And then they taking all this pre-workout stuff and all this other junk, and bodies are jacked up. One dude I know, he got to go get his blood done once a month. He got to wash his blood through his body once a month, and again, you would think that that's, I mean, I can't even tell you how it's worth it. It don't, for doing that for chicks. No, the one cat I just spoke on, going through a horrible divorce, and quality of life is jacked up, and so it just don't add up. He said it. It just don't add up. So just eat clean and get yourself a mild, moderate, smooth exercise program, and treat yourself better. So that was that, man. I hope I'm glad to see y'all hung in for all that, hung in there for all of that. And I know that this show right here, this episode, is going to save at least one person's life. One person. And that's a beautiful thing. So now I'll take y'all on a little adventure since y'all still here. This was about 23 years ago. 23 years ago. I was going to one of the events at one of the strip clubs. And so two of my friends, they said they wanted to drink, and I don't drink or drive. I don't drink or smoke or nothing. So asked could they ride with me. So I was like, yeah. So we went. I was a designated driver, and they got toe up drunk. One of them got super duper drunk, and it's just funny. So back then, probably 20 plus years ago, there was this energy going around where OC people was banging on people from the IE, and IE people was just kind of dealing with it, you know. Thank y'all, man. I'm glad y'all tuned in on that. And hey, Marv, Big Boy is not eating clean, bro. Don't get that twisted up. You know, eating clean and doing steroids is okay. Somebody can eat clean, but you know, doing steroids just trumps it all. You know, that's where people get it mixed up, Marv. They think being swole is the image of good health. It's not. It's not. It's not. And just so y'all know, you know, being super swole, a big motherfucker, 300 pounds, swole, steroid, juiced out, swole, competition, body looking for competition. The stress on their heart is no different than somebody who weighs 600 and 700 pounds. Okay. Again, somebody might bash me in the comments on that, but I'm more right than wrong. So don't get nothing twisted up thinking a big swole motherfucker is the definition look of being healthy. It's not. So went out, they got super drunk, and there's pictures inside. Out of respect for the most that I could, out of respect, I covered up their faces, you know, but a couple of them, I showed the mouth so you can see like they was wilding out, having fun. And then after I took them to their place to drop them off, there's pictures and some audio of them in the restroom. And the audio is just super funny because this girl was so drunk. And again, going back to it, there was this energy of OC people banging on IE people. Like it was almost like kind of racist, you know. And back then, over 20 years ago, a lot of Orange County people, they was getting these stars tattooed on them. This star was heavy for representing Orange County. And so I hope y'all remember that so you can relate to it. But here's some crazy pictures and stuff from that night.
Yo, B, light that motherfucking blunt. We about to lace them with that real psychedelic venom. Southgate to Shaolin, real ones only. You fake ass busters better duck and run homes. Yo, I'm that brain fried lunatic, acid in my veins. Glock by the nuts, cocaine in the chains. Psycho nigga, 6 deep in the bucket. Got a sawed off bitch, best believe I'll buck it. Used to flip crack out the alley with the vatos. Now I rip mics, spill blood in the potholes. Poison breath, I'm a shadow with the tech. Cypress Hill warlord, grip the mic like a neck. Ain't no warning, just shots in the corridor. High as a comet, bang on your corridor. The bitch in your clique just gave me the signal, now we storming. Full moon moving mental. Get stomped out, lay flat on the floor. Machete in the coat like I'm ready for war. I don't give a fuck, guess it blast your speakers. Rolling with gorillas, weed smoke in the sneakers. Chop off your tongue.
Take fucking hair won't stay. That's a Mexican shit. Yeah, it won't stay. Thick shit don't stay. You got poop all over me before. Where? Behind you.
Who's recording your voice?
I'm a motherfucking hustler, that's why.
Where you from?
OC, motherfucker. What is that? What is that shit? I can't see that. Hold on. Oh, fuck you.
You can't party with the 909.
I didn't eat dinner, bitch.
Here we go. Listen.
Right now, if I can just get up. Say it again. OC, motherfucker. Help me, please.
Welcome to the IE.
Fuck Cowtown. Fuck it.
Oh man, yeah. So back then, man, I don't even know if they still do it, but man, they used to just call the IE Cowtown. Like people from the OC used to bang on it. You're like, fuck Cowtown. Oh yeah. So yeah, man. I just want y'all to, be able to travel vicariously through some of my good times because I've lived a fun life. This is the Buffalo Soldiers Picnic back in 2010. So this is 15 years ago. The Buffalo Soldiers. My two favorite lines. I'd eat Nick dinner and fuck Cowtown. That's what they said in the chat. But so yeah, this Buffalo Soldiers event. One Down MC for always representing.
Buffalo soldier, dreadlock rasta. There was a Buffalo soldier in the heart of America, stolen from Africa, brought to America, fighting on arrival, fighting for survival. I hate it when I analyze the stench. To me it makes a lot of sense. How the dreadlock rasta was a Buffalo soldier. And he was taken from Africa, brought to America, fighting on arrival, fighting for survival. Said it was a Buffalo soldier, dreadlock rasta, Buffalo soldier in the heart of America. If you know your history, then you would know where you're coming from. Then you wouldn't have to ask me, who the heck do I think I am? I'm just a Buffalo soldier in the heart of America, stolen from Africa, brought to America. Said he was fighting on arrival, fighting for survival. Said he was a Buffalo soldier in the war for America. Said he was a Buffalo soldier in the war for America. Said he would yo yo, would yo yo yo, would yo 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 yo, would yo yo, would yo yo yo, would yo 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 yo. Buffalo soldier trotting through the land. Whoa, said he want a ram, and then you want a hand.
Ooh wee. So I told y'all I'm gonna share a gang of stuff with you from a whole bunch of different events. Again, that's what they call the motorcycle set. That was Buffalo Soldiers, and this is a night out at the strip clubs. Working the
Hey,
strip
what's happening?
clubs.
I want to introduce everybody to my homeboy. This is trickinoffmoney.com. That's his website.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so log on to his shit.
And that's serious business now.
Trickinoffmoney.com. What you got left in your pockets? Chips. Look at chips. This nigga got chips. Rolling.
That's all day.
Coming back from the Rhino for the Baddest Backside Competition, Volume 4. How we do it every single time it happens at the Rhino. Come to Cali, see how we do it.
And you're at the Fantasy Castle, and you are watching the best times of my life, as you can see. Bye.
With OneDown.com, DJ All-Star here, showing some love to One Down indeed. We're going to ask these beautiful ladies right here a couple questions. First question is, Soleil, how many fingers do you like in your ass? 2 fingers, all right. I could appreciate that. What's your favorite position? All the while we do it doggy style, okay. Can you turn around and show Mr. Goldie some booty real quick? It's on and cracking right there. Make a motherfucker want to toss a salad, no doubt. Let's get the Hawaiian style over here. Miss Pineapple Juice, what's going on tonight? So, Kanani, what is your favorite position? Face down, ass up. Oh my goodness, up close and personal for ya. By any chance, would you happen to have a crush on Goldie?
Fucking finest. Oh! I'll fucking tear that. I'll tear that shit up in a minute.
Make all your fantasies come true, baby.
Oh man. Yep. Yeah, we all can't live the same exact life, you know. And I've always been happy with my life through the ups and downs, you know, because my good outweigh the bad. And even when it's bad, I do everything that I need to do to get out that bad. And because I know that there is good times just ahead. So don't let a bad time be the title of your book. It's just a chapter. Let's see. Now we get to the summer bash. This was back in the other one you just saw. That was I don't know if that was 15 years ago. I'm not sure, but this is 2010 summer bash. I forgot what this is.
Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Ice, ice, baby, vanilla. Ice, ice, baby, vanilla. Yeah. Ice, ice, baby, vanilla. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice. With the speaker that boom, I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly when I play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. You better hit bulls out, the kid don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby, vanilla. Ice, ice, baby, vanilla. Ice, ice, baby, vanilla. Ice, ice, baby.
Whew, man, I am so thankful and blessed to still be here to just look back on some good times, man. Just got to keep on living. And yeah, that was at our clubhouse, and some type of end of summer bash. And our events, again, always free and just safe and fun. And here's a little something. High school, 1990. This is 36 years ago. This is the last week of high school. I was the only kid in high school with a camcorder, and this is 36 years ago. Right here.
Oh, he got you. He got you.
He got you. I like your shirt to wear.
Oh, you got a shirt like mine, huh?
Yeah.
The Ray-Ban? You steal it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me I press pause. The girl right there who said you got a shirt like mine, and she worked at Ray-Ban. I said, did you steal it? She said, yeah. I don't know what type of work she's doing right now, but I hope this don't affect anything. But she stole everything she can get her hands on at Ray-Ban. Everything she can get her hands on. That's like the shirt I had on that she said I got a shirt like hers, stolen. She, everything. So when I was in high school, the biggest thieves that worked at stores were the females. All the girls at my high school who worked at clothing stores and wherever they work, they would steal everything. Everything. With no shame at all. So yeah, she supplied even the Ray-Bans. You'll see me in school, Ray-Bans, all that. Sponsored right there. Right there. Straight, just klepto. Stealing everything.
You want to take a picture?
Probably stole yours.
Ray-Ban.
Stop it for a minute. I want you to stop it.
All right, now.
Why? Don't film.
I feel like trying to get a book
Open your eyes, stupid. Open the eyes. Oh, you suck. This is cool. Air cool. None of that, dude. It's not even hot out here.
Yes. What's this?
You gotta give me an introduction.
My favorite student.
You didn't even say it right. My student. This is my third period. Child care lab class.
Why did you come in here with that while we were in place?
I just got it for my birthday.
Oh. Happy birthday.
May 20th.
Is it on now?
It's on now.
Can't you talk?
Yeah, you can talk.
Talk and say, just do it, sign it, you know,
I hear you saying it. You want to go like this? So, go like this. Say something, Yvette. She just sitting there.
It's right here. Wait, Nicole has the idea. My favorite class. Just sign it. I already.
So,
I didn't
Send over right here.
Oh no, I sent your picture.
Go to the camera.
we'll do it. Do it. Do it. Tell me, pin yourself up and stick it with it. Gotta get as close up on it.
You want to sign it?
Get close up.
Get your Murphy up first. Who wants to sign it? You feel that?
I'm gonna keep rewinding that. I'm gonna do that all day. I'm gonna pause it.
Did you get it? How many come out? Let me see.
Alright, so let me show you. Alright.
You did?
Sit up.
Oh, you can tell it.
Oh man. Man, high school was fun. I had fun in high school. Went to the same high school all 4 years. Never, ever, ever ditched. Not one day. I woke up excited to go to school every day. I lived right across the street, literally probably a half a football field from in front of the school. Walked to school. I had fun in high school. I enjoyed it. Man, you just don't really know, those 4 years, just how fast those 4 years are going to go by and how, just enclosed. Hold on one second. I'll be ready in about 30 minutes. You just don't even know how enclosed and taken care of you really are in those 4 years of just being a kid, Your duty was to wake up, go to school, stay out of trouble, take out the trash. I can't even really think of what else my duties were. Take out the trash. And that was so difficult. But yeah, so to look back on high school and the people, Lawan, rest in peace. That was my family member. Shane Looney, rest in peace. Yvonne Pippett, rest in peace. Friend of mine and Shane Looney friend. But all three of the people mentioned that passed were class of 90. All of them were class of 90. And so as I said earlier, here to tell, their story. And Lawan, we was really close all through high school. He stayed with me all 4 years in high school. Shane Looney, he was kind of a quiet dude, the tall dude. And Yvonne, she was she started dating one of our close friends who was younger than us. And they carried on to get married and, had a long relationship, had some kids. And Yvonne recently passed away, I think last year. So rest in peace to my classmates. And there's some more out there. I saw a couple of I think I saw somebody else who had passed away. But there we go. There's episode 13 for y'all. Let me just check my little box right here. Make sure I got yeah. So no, but thank y'all very much for joining me again. And we went an hour and like 33 minutes, but I felt like this was worth it. It was jam-packed. And I will be seeing y'all next month on the 5th, February 5th. So in between then, everybody be cool. Again, if you're thinking about doing some steroids, don't. And for you women out there trying to take shortcuts with this Ozempic and you're not diabetic, but you're taking it to lose weight, cut that shit out. And there's other stuff, GLP-1, whatever this shit is. Y'all need to just leave it alone. Get y'all lazy, fat, fucking lazy asses to the fucking gym and just stop eating all this goddamn sugar and carbs and sugar and carbs. Cut the shit out. It's fucking you up way more than you know. And you know it, but you're just too fucking lazy to do something about it because you're letting the addiction kick your ass. And it ain't nothing that you can just shake off when you're ready. It's fucking with your hormones, your levels. It's jacking you up. It's making you feel depressed. You don't like looking at yourself. So just stop it. You act like it's hard to do. It's not. I'm talking to everybody I know, even people I don't know on here. Stop it. Just cut it out. You're going to die if you don't. And you're going to continue to be disappointed and look sick and disgusted of yourself. So I'm telling you, stop. So ain't no other way to tell you that, so y'all be good out there. Much love and respect. And for those who did not catch this live, thank you for watching it. I appreciate it. Before you log off, please just hit like. Give me a like. And if you ain't subscribed, hit subscribe. And yeah, that's it, man. Much love and respect to everybody. Y'all stay good out there. Peace.